2020 has been a challenging time for the programming mission of Landmark Center, as the rise of COVID-19 has necessitated that our staff pivot to create a broad menu of virtual programs that rise to the quality and inclusiveness of our regular menu of on-site programming. The challenge of crafting virtual programs brought with it a silver lining. Several of our virtual programs have reached audiences from around the world. The Mid-Autumn Moon Festival was seen in Vietnam, Laos, and in Australia, and the live-streamed launch of the book and exhibit, A Bowl Full of Peace, was viewed in Nagasaki, Japan, Los Angeles, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Canada, and England. Despite the challenges we face, we have also been presented with opportunities. Our virtual programs are engaging new demographics online and changing our traditional model of what Landmark Center community programs look like. With the closure of the building during the pandemic, our North Gallery exhibits went online. Unfortunately, our exhibit, Polish Art from Brooklyn to St. Paul, had just been installed when we were ordered to close the building to the public. Instead, our staff put an entire collection online, and it received one of the greatest numbers of website visits to date. We also included links to tutorials demonstrating how the viewer can create their own work of art in the style of each artist. And our viewers were then invited to post their works of art on our social media outlets. As the weather warmed and the state relaxed mandates, the notion of coming together safely for an on-site event fostered creative use of the building by our staff. Our Community Artist Residency program featured artist Wing Young Huey as our first ever resident artist. The residency's finale event was held on our Market Street entry porch on a beautiful July evening. People gathered in lawn chairs on our sidewalk to listen to the live music of Jarrell Barton on the Chinese guzheng and view a slideshow presentation of the residency participants' photographs. The venue of our porch worked so well that the staff took our summer lunchtime concert series and morphed it into Music from the Porch. Every Wednesday in August, guests safely gathered around the Market Street porch on both the sidewalk and across the street in Landmark Plaza to hear live music concerts by local folk musicians. Especially during these challenging times when our earned revenue sources for the building are being impacted by the pandemic, community investment in our work is vital to our ability to curate accessible, engaging public arts and cultural programs that enhance our community.
So I have never been to the Great Pumpkin Festival before, but we're having a great time, and I love the fact that there's a socially distant option to bring the kids out just so we can experience Halloween.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul Anderson, and today I get to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, Landmark Center. It is my privilege to be associated with Landmark in many capacities. One, I am a volunteer board member. Two, I participate in many of its programs and help host many of its programs, which reach a broad audience across not only St. Paul, but through the state. Third, and this is the one I'd want to talk to you most about today, is that my wife and I have been longtime supporters of Landmark. We do it because Landmark contributes so much to the greater community and a broad range of the community through its free programming and its accessible programming. The criteria that my wife and I like to apply to our contributions are we want to give to something that has value added to the community and is part of a legacy. I can assure you, if you help with the programming at Landmark Center, it is adding great value to the community. And by doing so, you're going to build on the legacy of contribution to a better society that Landmark provides. So I ask you, join us in supporting this wonderful organization, this legacy that you can be a part of.